Hi, everybody. This is Ristaino talking to you, and yeah, here's another drawing with Andy. I thought since it was May, I would dig into the archives and take out a drawing I filmed last year, but I never posted it. And this is a drawing I made for a zine about mermaids. And I don't know if you know this, but during the month of May, for the past bunch of years, May has become synonymous with drawing mermaids because you can say Mermay, I guess. And people have kind of invented these drawing challenges for almost, as many months of the year as they can. I think it started out with I don't know where this has started, where it actually started, but this is where I first heard of these kind of drawing challenges. Is Jake Parker, another illustrator, started a thing called Inktober, where he would do an ink drawing every day for the month of October, and it caught on. People took it as a drawing challenge, and then every year the amount of artists would grow. And now I feel like it's probably tens of thousands of artists every Inktober are drawing ink drawings for the month of October. I've actually done it on this channel. Yeah, it was a fun challenge, and I think people started doing like, Inktober, what can we do for other months? And so for like some months they do kaiju monsters, so that's Kaijun. And some months, like the month of May, for instance, they will do mermaids for the month of May, so it's Mermay. And yeah, so 2 years ago I did Mermay, and I did a bunch of kind of jokey plays on what a mermaid could be. Generally people tend to do mermaids that are more traditional, more like, just a half lady, half fish tail, very kind of Disney princess type of mermaid. And I'm kind of sick of that, so I was like, well, what can I do to put my own spin on it? And so I started out just kind of doing like kind of dark humor kind of mermaids, like mermaids in a tin can, kind of like sardines, stuff like that. And so it started out pretty traditional, and then each day it got a little weirder and weirder, until eventually, I was just trying to push the idea of what a mermaid, what could be classified as a mermaid, and also just playing a little game for myself where I'm playing around with the idea of designing a mermaid and seeing, how far you could push it. And yeah, so 2 years ago I did that, and then last year I decided I was going to combine all the mermaids into a zine of some sort. So I kind of figured out the format of the book and figured out how many new pages I needed to draw to fill out the rest of the book. And one of those images was the final image in the book, which I wanted to be kind of like a acknowledgement of Mermay, and that's this image right here, which I drew last year. And for some reason I never made a video out of it, and I came across this while kind of cleaning out my computer the other day, and I was like, oh, I should post this video. And so this image is just like I guess kind of disturbing in its own right, but it's just an image that says Happy Mermay, and it's got a fish with a human face, and pieces of its body are leaving its body and floating away, spelling out the words Happy Mermay. And I actually didn't have enough room to draw the A, so I moved it over to the side there, and I'll move it to where it's supposed to be. I'll rearrange some of the letters in Photoshop after I'm done drawing this. Because sometimes don't plan out things as well as we should in the beginning. So now I'm going into it, and I initially started out drawing with a red coal erase pencil, kind of drawing really lightly, laying out everything, and now I'm going back in with a 3D soft lead pencil with a nice thick wiggly line over everything. Like one of the funny concepts. That's the idea, is that I'm drawing, it's like chunks of the fish are floating away. They've been carved out and pulled away by some invisible force. But the letters carved out on the fish are different than the letters floating away. And, you still make the connection even though they're different. But, I don't know, I thought it was a neat way to get more mileage out of letters and shapes. So I could say Happy Mermay and not have to draw a billion letters floating out of that fish. I probably would have had to do a much bigger drawing if that was the case. Yeah, maybe at some point I can go back in. Oh, and I think I'm just kind of going through and adding some shadow and some toning just to give some texture to the drawing. But yeah, I kind of went in, did this drawing. I did a few other drawings and kind of reformatted and all my mermaid drawings from the year before, and put together a zine. I put together a kaiju zine and a mermaid zine, and I had them printed up near the end of last year, at the end of 2019, and I never really, what I should do is I should go in and maybe before the end of Mermay I can make a video, a little tour of the zine so you can see kind of what's in it, and I can talk a little bit more about my thoughts on Mermay. But yeah, that's about all I have to say about Mermay right now. And as I was saying, maybe we can do a tour of the zine in the next video, and I'll talk more about my thoughts on mermaids then. So that's it for this week. Hope you like the drawing of this human-faced fish mermaid. Happy Mermay to all of you. I hope you're all healthy and well. And so have a good weekend. Have a good day. I'll see you next week.